Hello and welcome to Fade's WoW Gold Rush, a video series dedicated to showing you quick ways to make gold with limited time in World of Warcraft, in which all the tips and tricks are ways to make gold with 15 minutes or less of playtime. I hope you enjoy. Here we go.
I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town.
Hi guys, it's time we had a serious conversation. See, I've been hearing them, the lies you guys have been spreading, the rumors. I hear them in my 2 copper meetings, I see them on the forums, I get them emailed to me, in fact. I can't believe you guys are telling people this, that engineering can't make any gold. Well, my goal today is to prove these vicious rumors untrue and show that they are lies. Let's make some gold with engineering. My first stop is not an awesome farming spot, and it's not the auction house, actually. It's a place outside of the game. It's everyone's favorite website. nerfades.blogspot.com, probably your favorite, but let's face it, I'm going to the Undermine Journal. One of the strongest things engineering has going for it is the fact that we can make more pets than any other profession. And there's been a huge demand in pets recently because of the achievements that were introduced as well as the achievements that are about to be introduced, and so pets are really a great place to check. So you can check this whole companions page on the Undermine Journal, but what I would do is I search for each engineering specific pet myself. This is the de-weaponized mechanical companion. Gnomish engineers make this. Scroll past all this crap. Actually, it's useful, but not for what I want to show you. Look at this component parts thing. Basically, what that's doing is it's listing how much you'd pay for all of the different materials to make your pet, and then it's going to list how much the pet's going for on your server right now. So as you can see on my server, the de-weaponized mechanical companion would cost mat-wise 214 gold, and it is selling on my server for 444 gold. I've just found a way to double my money without even looking at the game. Of course, let's be honest, I actually am the good engineer, none of that crappy gnomish engineer. Personal World Destroyer. Let's take a look. For this pet, on my server, I would pay 199 gold for the materials, and I would sell it for 499 gold. Seems like a pretty good profit margin to me for a pretty small amount of work. Basically what I do is I go down the list of all the different pets that I can make and I search them all. Pretty much all of them are going for about twice the amount their materials would cost, and so that's some pretty good profit, if I do say so myself, without even having to look at the game. Engineers are great in the sense that they can make these pets that people do want. Some of the materials are kind of harder to gather, such as the globes of water for the Tranquil Mechanical Yeti. Not too hard if you actually go out and get them, but they're probably in a really high supply on the auction house. But if you really want to make gold with engineering, you can do it, you just need to take that extra step. But hey, if you leveled engineering, you're probably smart enough to take that extra step, because all the smart people play engineers. Another amazing thing we have going for us is the Zap Throttle Mode Extractor. I've already talked about farming Eternal Fire in previous videos, so I won't go over that again, but check out previous videos about farming Eternal Fire. Nagrand is of course the place you farm Motes of Air, which will give you Primal Air. The reason I choose this is because it is one of the more valuable primals, since it's used to make the best in slot Twink Glove enchant, or of the ones that don't require a level requirement. So, and it's also used to make Primal Might, which alchemists tend to like, and you also need one for the enchanting rod for this level. So all enchanters need one when they're leveling, the Primal Might that is, which takes the air. It's the only way to get the Primal Might, so it's still in demand. All primals, well, not all, most of them are used for Primal Might, I believe. Yep, all of them except for Life and Shadow are used for Primal Might, so I'm farming Primal Air because it tends to be one of the ones that sells the most quickly. I end up farming 3 Primal in 6 minutes while I'm out here, and I put those up for 95 gold apiece, so heck, if we were going for the gold per hour action, oh god, math. That would be 2850 gold per hour, I think. Feel free to check my math, but basically, 3,000 gold an hour for flying around in Nagrand, which is like one of the most beautiful zones in the game. So hey, that's not too bad. Don't even have to fight anything. Also worth mentioning is I did a whole video about this, but please check out my Flame Leviathan soloing video. It is definitely the most profitable for engineers out of any profession, so check out the link that I'm going to put somewhere, and that will definitely give you some info about soloing Flame Leviathan for cash. Well, engineering parts, but hey, don't they all end up as cash in the end? These are just a few of my favorite ways to make gold with engineering. There's a lot of other ways. You can make repair bots to sell to people who don't have the schematics but want to make Jeeves. Those people are quite plentiful. You can make volatile blasting triggers. The reason these are so awesome, as well as a handful of cobalt bolts, is they're used to make nitro boosts, which are used by pretty much everyone in at least one spec, and not a lot of people go out and get the materials to make nitro boosts, so often they'll just hit up the auction house. You can make good profit there. There's all sorts of different ways to make gold with engineering. The one thing that this whole video series is trying to prove is that if you spend the time, you can make gold with any profession, and you don't need to spend hours and hours doing it. Not every profession will be able to pull 10,000 gold an hour or something of that sort, but every profession will make a profit if you spend the time and effort to learn how to do it. So please quit spreading these lies that engineering isn't profitable. Just because it isn't profitable for some people doesn't mean that it isn't profitable for the people who put in the effort. Once again, as always, thanks for watching Fade's WoW Gold Rush, the greatest video series dedicated to making gold in 15 minutes or less of playtime in the world of Warcraft.